Well, after this football game is done, it's a road game for the Cougars. They'll be in Burlington for their second road game of the season before they come home for 2 consecutive Sundays on the 19th and 26th here at the Chatham-Kent Community Athletic Complex. So it'd be nice to get this first home win out of the way.
Yeah,
Move
no
up to
doubt.
Burlington.
Yeah, certainly. I know the players and the coaches as well got to be happy to get a win under the belt. You know, it's always tough to start the season with a loss, especially you know, it was kind of a tough loss for the Cougars. As we mentioned, they turned the ball over a couple times. Oh, we got a fake punt here.
And on third down, will they get the first down? Looks like they do. Good job by Jesse Smith as he faked the punt, took it himself, and he was able to get too close to the 50-yard line. Good enough for the first down.
Now, I don't understand the 2 flags that come out after just as he's running out of bounds. You know, I mean, the player shoved him to make sure he gets out of bounds. I don't understand the call because it doesn't look, I mean, there was no excessive hit. I think that the referees there may be being a little bit ticky-tacky. They don't want it to get out of control, but I mean, you know, it is football and he's right at the sideline. If he's not out, you got to make sure he's out.
So that pushes the football up to around the 47-yard line, we'll call that.
Now, generally, you'll save that flag for somebody that has already stepped out of bounds and they've really been creamed, or it's a blatant hit. But right there, I mean, obviously, I disagree with the call from the referees. But regardless, it's first down for Forest City.
1st and 10. They have it in Cougar territory, and back to pass once again. Now rolling to his right, getting some positive yardage on his own, looking for the first down. He's still in bounds, trying to get around a bunch of Cougar defense, and he does all the way to close to the 15. Nice
Impressive
run
from Jimmy Wiebe. Wow. Just when you thought he was trapped, and he really was, a couple of Cougars there, but they found a couple of arm tackles. They missed him, and Wiebe really shredded the defense on that nice run, and a big gain. Beautiful run from number 2 for Forest City, and a positive for this team for sure.
Jimmy Wiebe under center here for a little bit in this second half. And he completely perplexed the Cougars defense there.
Yeah, beautiful run from Wiebe. So some positive, obviously, for Forest City to build on. Maybe it's something that they look at their next game. Maybe have Wiebe at quarterback.
First down for the Thunderbirds. Now rolling to his left. Wiebe, he's pretty quick on his feet. Still able to get positive yardage once again. Pick up maybe 3 or 4. Wiebe looking pretty comfortable.
And it's funny, you know, we saw right there an example of why when you bring somebody else into the quarterback position, you kind of roll the dice, because that really was a broken play to start. It was supposed to be, it looked like it was supposed to be a pitch or a handoff, and Wiebe and the running back collided in the backfield. So then Wiebe just kept it to himself and decided to turn it into a run, and he was lucky to turn it into some positive yards. But as you mentioned, Wiebe showing, you know, that he's got some ability.
Still over 8 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Back for Wiebe once again. Looks to throw in the end zone, and it is tipped and almost intercepted off of the tip in the end zone.
Now, it looked like that might have been the, if I'm not mistaken, the crossbar that it hit, unless I missed an arm that went up.
It was deflected somehow.
The mystery deflection. It looked like it might have gone off the crossbar there and fell incomplete. So the extra defender working out for the Cougars there.
Saved by the bar.
Correct.
8:03 to go. Clock ticking on this fourth quarter. 30-3 for the Cougars over the Thunderbirds. Wiebe back to pass once again, and that pass a little too wild
and
for Evan Devon to handle.
Sorry about that, Mike. We've got another flag on the field.
Pardon me, Cameron Willoughby, the intended receiver there for the Forest City Thunderbirds, and another penalty flag, as you mentioned, Michael.
Yeah. And the fans here on this side of the stands from Forest City not liking the contact after the incomplete pass. Larry Vandenberg coming up to finish the play off after the ball fell incomplete, but no penalty flag.
Third down and 6. As the referees are explaining this one to the Cougars.
And for as quickly as that third quarter seemed to go by, the fourth quarter, the flags just continue to slow things down. As we mentioned, the first half, what, it was over an hour 15?
About an hour 15 or so. And we are coming close to the 2.5 hour mark of this football game overall. Still 8 minutes to go.
You can hear the deep sighs from some of the people around us, just wanting that clock to run.
On a 30-3 football game.
The flag didn't come out.
And the referees, I'm sure their voice boxes are getting a little strained at this point with the number of penalties they've had to explain so far tonight.
He's got to go after the guy like he's going to hit him anyway.
A long night for all, but probably no longer than the Forest City Thunderbirds players, coaching staff, fans. They have put in the longest night.
No, you're right. Yeah, you are right. So it looks like it's going to be first and goal from about the 1-inch line here.
Maybe a quarterback sneak coming up.
No, I apologize. Sorry about that. It was, it's a change of possession. My apologies. It's first and 10 for the Cougars.
Now back to pass deep in his end zone, trying to find somebody open along the right side. Now Kyle Ross getting a turn at quarterback for the Cougars.
Yeah, Kyle Ross, number 7. So they've made the switch from, as we mentioned, we had Ryan Brook in there earlier, and Kyle Ross also on the roster as a quarterback, 6 feet, 180.
Third quarterback for the Cougars tonight is Zach Welton, playing about 2.5 quarters in this football game, doing a very good job. Ryan Brook getting a few kicks at it. Now Kyle Ross with this game 30-3 and quite late into the game.
And we just had another flag, so that was marched off. It was against Forest City, so the Cougars getting a free 5 yards, so it's first and 5 for Chatham-Kent.
And now running it up the middle. More positive yardage for the Cougars. Kind of tough to see how far they got.
That was enough for a first down, though. A nice push there from the offensive line. Just pushing that whole defensive line backwards, and a nice gain there on first and 5. They pick up 8 yards.
And the chains will move. First and 10 for the Cougars, a 27-point lead. And now more flags fly, and looks like the ball might have come loose along that far side there.
It did, and they're saying it's Forest City football.
Outside, you replay the play.
But again, the flags came out, at least one of them did.
Well, the flag was against Chatham-Kent, so Forest City will maintain possession. They pick up the fumble. It looked like it was Kyle Ross trying to hand the ball off to either Mitch Raitt or Blaine Bayshard, because Raitt and Bayshard were the 2 running backs on the play, and it looked like the exchange, the ball was fumbled there, and that's the second or third time now we've seen an exchange problem with a quarterback and a running back for the Cougars so far tonight.
So getting the ball back, Forest City, after losing it to the 1-yard line just a couple of minutes ago. They get another chance to score deep into Cougar territory, but they're not going to do it like that. Great defense there by the Cougars. And running back not getting anything. In fact, losing a couple of yards, it looks like. Second down, 15 to go. 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. And now lots of movement before the snap. And the orange flags fly once again.
Procedure. That's offside. That's just interference.
I just wonder if somebody moved up front, or if I wonder if somebody moved, or if he was drawn off by the inflection of the quarterback's count. Sometimes the quarterback will do that. He'll change the inflection of his voice to try to get the defense to jump offside.
That's against Chatham-Kent.
Yeah, so that's what happened there. The inflection, he changed the inflection of his voice. Sometimes you go with a hard count, they call it. So you just change the inflection of your voice a little bit louder, and it'll make the defense jump.
Another flag on the play. Jimmy Wiebe with the football still, trying to find somebody open in the end zone.
Wow, that was a beautiful throw and catch. A nice touchdown play there. Wiebe just rifling that ball into the corner of the end zone, and that was a great catch by Trevor Fries, number 9, keeping his feet inbounds, got both feet down, and that's a touchdown because I believe the flag was going to be against Chatham-Kent.
6 points for the Forest City Thunderbirds. Under 6 minutes to go here, making it a 30-9 football game.
Well, that was a beautiful play there from Jimmy Wiebe, the quarterback, number 2 for Forest City. He rolled out to the right, did a great job keeping the play alive. There was a lot of pressure, and his receiver as well, Trevor Fries, just flowing with the quarterback rolling out to his right, so the receiver comes out to his right. He made sure he stayed inbounds, straddled that sideline, and now they're saying that was a penalty against Forest City. It wasn't actually a touchdown.
So that was negated, and now having trouble getting around the defense, Jimmy Wiebe, so they say no to the touchdown. I didn't see them wave it off.
No, I was convinced it was against Chatham-Kent, but apparently not. So, well, the Cougars come up with a break there, but nonetheless, Wiebe showing his ability to play the quarterback position so far. I've really been impressed since he took over the position from, it was Yazid Sinan that we had seen earlier in this game.
And Wiebe, a wide receiver, doing a pretty good job of the quarterback position tonight. 3rd and 15. Wiebe back to pass, wide open, and it is.
Well, it's enough for a first down, but it is just short of the end zone.
Very close to the end zone. He did not get in. So 1st and goal will be the situation here for the Thunderbirds.
And that was a nice catch there, too, by the receiver right in the middle of the field. He knows he's going to get popped as soon as that ball gets there, and he did, but held on to the ball. And one difference that we're seeing now with Wiebe at quarterback is the defensive line isn't quite getting as much pressure on the quarterback, so he's having a little more time to sit back there. To the defense of Yazid Sinan, who was playing quarterback earlier, he was just fighting for his life back there, but for whatever reason, Jimmy Wiebe's getting a little more time to sit in the pocket and try and find his receivers.
On 1st and goal from the 1. Don't think the Thunderbirds got in.
No, nice job from the defensive line. And as we mentioned, that's one of the strong suits for this Chatham-Kent Cougars team. Of course, as we mentioned, led by Connor Martin and Jordan Deneau. Deneau, the defensive tackle, Martin, the defensive end. But the linebackers as well, filling the gaps and doing a good job and not allowing them to get in less than a yard, it looks like, to get into the end zone.
That is first touchdown of the night for the Forest City Thunderbirds, although it comes far too little, far too late. 28 at it again, and he's going to the end zone. No one's going to get him. The Chatham-Kent Cougars add another touchdown.